Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series for Endless Space 2. Endless Space 2 was actually one of the first games that I featured on my channel, I guess about a little over 2 years ago now. It actually came out around the same time as Civilization 6, and I did do a playthrough of it at that time, and it seemed like it was a lot of fun. I enjoy Endless Space 2 a lot. I enjoy Endless Space, the first version of the game, quite a bit as well. It's a little bit of a hard game to get into in the sense that there's just a lot of uniqueness and different things that it's hard to master, I guess would be the best way to put it. I think I'm not trying to say that the game itself is for a new player hard to get into. It's just a challenging game to master. It's definitely a game that I cannot play on the hardest level at this point. Not like Civilization 6 or anything of that nature, but there's good of that. That means there's a lot of potential difficulty for me to ramp up to if I really started to commit a lot of time to this game. I do have all of the DLC for this game. There's 3 actual expansion packs, and then there's some other like story kind of type DLCs. I have all of it. I think it went on sale just on Humble Bundle recently, so I went ahead and picked it up. So we have the Vaulters, which is it brings one of the factions from the Endless Universe, the Endless Legend, universe, I suppose, because it's all connected. Brought them into the fold, if you will. We've got the Supremacy here, which added the His Show, which is another Endless Universe faction. And the most recent one actually came out a few weeks ago, just before the newest Civilization 6 expansion. We had this Penumbra, which introduced the Umbral Choir, which is a very unique and interesting faction, if you will. And they also have a new system called hacking, which is very, very specific to the Umbral Choir. The last game I played through as Horatio, which, it was a lot of fun. They were very kind of focused on beauty and kind of being rich and, just flaunting their wealth and things of that nature, if you will. And so it's definitely an interesting game. I don't know who I want to play as now. I thought about playing as like this newest one, the Umbral Choir. And you can see here these little diamond shapes tell you kind of the difficulty of each of these, because these are all regulars, these are advanced, and these guys are a little bit more difficult to play as for various reasons. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to random it. I think that's what I did last time, and we'll see what we get. The Umbral Choir, again, is the newest one. Very unique. They only get one system, but they really take advantage of that hacking mechanic, which I'm sure we'll see some with some of these other guys as well, to kind of function. And that's the unique thing about the Endless Universe, especially, true in Endless Space 2, is that these factions have very unique and interesting mechanics that just played so differently from each other. So I just feel like no two games will ever really be alike. So I'm probably just gonna leave it on random. We'll just see what happens. I'm not exactly sure what this Sophon Maverick skins is. I think it has to do with some of the like rebel factions or something like that. I think it's just some random skins. Last time I played I think maxed it out at 12 competitors. It felt like a bit large, a bit much for me to kind of get through. We started having some success, but we never even saw the other half of the galaxy, that I think ultimately ended up winning I guess their version of a science victory, a technology victory, or something of that nature. So I'm going to jump it down a little bit. I also went slow last time. I'm going to just keep it on normal speed, just to kind of maybe get through a few more episodes a little bit quicker, or maybe make the overall series not take as many episodes. I also played on Serious last time. I think I am going to drop it down one level. I like these descriptions. It's like you have guns and they have better guns. I think that's kind of funny. What's sandbox? Oh, it's just freely. It's like you have guns and they have sticks. Looks like you both have guns. It's like you have guns and they have tanks. You have guns and they have nuclear weapon systems, and they can track your biometrics. That's really funny. You shall not pass. Okay, we're going to keep it on hard. A little bit above normal, but not as hard as we had last time. Last time we did serious. Galaxy shape, I honestly don't know enough about it to choose, so I'm just going to keep that one on random. And last time I think we went on colossal, because we had 12 players. We're going to drop it down to large for 8 players. I think that's going to be fine. Everything else I think is just leave it as random or normal or whatever. Again, I don't know enough about the inner workings of some of the bits and pieces of the game to intelligently pick one thing over the other, so we'll just let the game randomization pick for us in a way. With 8 civilizations, I think you can double up, so I think some of these could be the same faction, if you will. but we definitely won't have, you know, all of the factions in the game. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's just go ahead and jump right in here. Is this a screen that's going to tell us our faction we are? I'm not sure if this will or not. Or is this just something else? This could just be a screenshot. Because this is one of the factions. I forget which faction this is specifically, but this is definitely one of them. Come on, load screen. This might be the faction we're playing as. We'll see here in a second. It's a big old bot there.
They have always been first, the Sophons. First to split atoms, mine asteroids, and capture the energy of the sun. First, too, to crash their test rockets, trigger artificial earthquakes, and accidentally blow up their moon. Their great power has given them great irresponsibility. But through it, now, they're the first to create perfection. Me.
All right, so we are playing as the okay, you're playing new endless space content. We'll look at that in a second. Okay, let's jump through this real quick. Let's see here. The Vultures, leaving their home planet of Auriga behind in a desperate gamble for survival, the Vultures find themselves drifting through space after a cataclysmic dust explosion. And dust is kind of like the currency, if you will. It's like the gold and stuff like that. They must settle a new system and strike out to find security for their people, etc., etc. So it's got the Vultures faction gameplay, 5 new heroes, all the things, some pirate stuff going on, pirate diplomacy. So there's that. We'll say done to that. And then we have Supremacy. This is the Hisho, which gives us major civilization, Hisho ships, 4 new heroes, faction quest, Behemoth class ships. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds really fun. Citadel, Battleship, Obliterator. That sounds cool. Other rockin' stuff. Cool. And then we have Penumbra here. Introduces the Umbral Choir major faction, brand new hacking gameplay mechanic available to all factions. Community-inspired Umbral Choir major civilization. Community-inspired, that's cool. Umbral Choir ships, 5 new heroes. Umbral Choir faction quests, hacking gameplay, cloaked ships, other shadowy stuff. And we are playing as, I was going to say, there's got to be science guys.
With glittering metropolises and great works of engineering that proclaim their genius. As the newest member of the Triumvirate, you face a future full of risks and challenges. But hey, that's where the fun is. More great discoveries await you in the inky depths of space.
All right, so Sophons are a curious, peace-loving race whose highest ideals are found in scientific knowledge and technological advancement. Keen to explore and understand the mysteries of the cosmos, they believe the universe is something to intellectually master, although pacifist in outlook, and despite frail bodies not used to violence, Sophons can construct vessels of devastating offensive capability. So I guess we are pacifist in nature, but we'll defend ourselves and possibly even advance on others if we feel like that is the need. Omniscience knows how many empires have researched a specific technology. Oh, that's interesting. Gain science bonus for the next technology. Gain science bonus, okay. The fewer empires that know the technology, the higher the bonus. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Traits, Pilgrims, Citizens. So we get +1. Is that our Sophon signal right there? Or symbol, I should say. No, I think that's. I guess that's the Pilgrim symbol. That little, I don't know, little 3-pronged or whatever it is. So we get +1 of whatever that is. We'll double check that here in a little bit. Elevating science to a near spiritual pursuit. Okay, so they have +3 science on anomaly, and then just naturally +2 science, and they are religious. Okay, we got Pathfinder faction trait. Reveals location of unexplored adjacent nodes. Fast Travelers 2, plus 2 movement points on ships. That's kind of nice. Feeble Warriors, minus 20% infantry, I guess, health on Empire. Xenobiology. Starts with this technology already researched, already discovered. So we get a system improvement, public-private partnerships, plus 10 for fertile, plus 10 for planet, and plus 10 for temperature, or temperate, I should say, for all of the different science stuff. So it's a planetary colonization. We can colonize tundra as well. And we got rare earth foams. Another technology we get automatically discovered. It's a support module, and we can colonize Mediterranean with that as well. Okay, interesting. So that's cool. We're going to jump into here. Again, we're going to be very science-based, which I think is fun. I like science. I think science is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so here's the tech, circle. I mean, I guess it's less a tech tree and more of a. I mean, there's like these 4 tech trees that branch out from this. I guess is still the kind of the way it is. It said we would know how many people have researched these. No empire has researched this technology. Okay. 1 out of 8 has researched this technology, so we only get a 25% boost to that. 50% boost. Interesting. So what we may want to do is target the ones that nobody's researched first and go from there. I'm going to... I kind of want to see what our situation is first. Probably going to go down some more of the science and exploration and really grow this as much as possible, because I think that'll play into our just general science, bonus and help us to research the other things faster when the time comes. So I'm going to close this for a second. We'll come back to that here in just a moment. We want to look at, so here's our empire summary. We've only got obviously the 1 colony. We can go look at that real quick. We have, which one are we on? We're on this one, Heckham. 25 science already from population, as well as some other things. We can jump into that. Is there a way to jump into this from here? We do have some other ones. This one's actually got some pretty good production on it. This one's got decent science available, this Arctic one. Let's see what else we want to look at real quick. If we come in here to this view. So we're on the Boreal, cold, fertile planet here. We do have 2 Sophons. Okay, so the Pilgrims are just a separate faction altogether. And they're the ones that get plus 3 science on anomaly and plus 2 science in general. Our Sophons get plus 3 on cold and plus 1 just in general. And their political opinion is scientist. Okay, so there's 2 different factions that we start with here. Interesting. Both of them are very science focused. So that's good. The planets that have anomalies, we'll probably want to make sure we send our pilgrims to those. And then the planets that are cold, we'll want to send our Sophons to those specifically. So it's probably a good idea to maybe, it's sterile, so our food side of things is going to be really rough on this planet. But we might be settling this planet as soon as we get the technology to go there. What else do we want to look at here? Do any of these... We can explore these as well, which I think we will do that. Oh, this is colonization. Do we not have a... Oh, we've already got all the different... We got the anomaly over here. Beneficial. So you get plus 2 dust and plus 1 science per person. Plus it's an anomaly, so if we send our pilgrims over there at some point... this one might be a priority as well, because it's going to give us a lot of production. Which we're going to need the production. And since we can't colonize... Well, we can't colonize any of them right now anyway. Yeah, interesting. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to get back into it. It's been almost 2 years since I last played this, so I'm really trying to get back into the swing of things a little bit. We do have some ships over here. We have an expedition fleet here. So this one's got a detector, which is an exploration ship, and this one's got an incubator, which is a colonizer. Okay, so we will be able to colonize something if we want to, and we'll probably send our ships out one of these directions. Does it... we can just see the path. We can't actually see the system at the end, so I don't know if it really matters. Kind of over here on the left side. If we come in towards here, that's towards the inner part of it. We might want to stay on the outer fringes first, maybe? Honestly, don't know. We are in a little bit of a... we're in a corner here, so maybe if we get some of these systems, we help defend our capital system a little bit better. What else we got going on? There's technology. There's the economy screen. Not a lot going on here. Let's cancel you. I'm not going to hide these. I'll leave these popping up, I guess, just in case I need a reminder. But there's really nothing to do here. Here's our military status. Or, yeah, military status. Our 2 ship designs that we have. That's all we've got at the moment. Here's our hero management. We actually do have a hero. No specific bonuses at the moment, does he? Let's see. Inspect. He's got a little ship here. And I don't think it doesn't look like he's gone down any specific path yet. So he's going to have some Sophon skills. He's going to have some counselor skills and a universal skill. So the universal skills are this one up here, this tree. These are the Sophon ones, which I'm assuming there's going to be some science stuff. I'm going to say, yeah, there's definitely some science-based things. Our first guy, we probably will just put him on our main home base, I would think. Although these counselor skills, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, plus 30 on system. That's huge. If we get some of this early science, it's really going to help us out a lot. We'll come back to you here in just a moment. Here's the quest and events. We haven't got any of that. Diplomacy, we don't have to worry about that just yet. And we already saw this. We're content at the moment. Definitely getting that up would be beneficial because it gives us more growth and more of the, what is this, influence, right? I think. Yep, system influence. So that is useful as well. Here is our, I guess you could call it, I guess it's the Senate screen, I guess is what it's called. So we have our 2 factions, scientists and religious. Currently, scientists have more population. We're currently, I guess, active law is Oracle of Science. You can research technologies from the next stage of technology. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of helpful, actually. That's going to give us even more chances to get some of those highly boosted technologies because it's less likely that somebody has researched something on the next tier up. What do we got here? New luxury resource discovered. So we got spores. 15% per system level on system. Oh, that's a nice luxury resource for us to take advantage of. We have mold. It's flat out science on our system. And we have the hero. Now, we aren't actually, I don't think we're actively utilizing those things because we're not actually bringing them in at the moment. Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this screen. Where are those? I'm trying to remember where it shows us where those things are. I thought it usually told you here somewhere. Am I not? I'm missing it. All right, so it's actually telling us where we've got some synergy. That's cool. I'm blind to where those luxury resources are popping up. Do we not have them actually on any of these things yet? It's just, I love this the 3D elements of this. This is really, really cool. I mean, that's one of the amazing things about this game is just the visuals. I think they're just really, really nice visuals. It said we have vision of them, I guess, but I guess we don't actually have access to any of them in our systems at the moment. Again, it's been a couple years since I jumped into this. I'm trying to remember where it shows you those things on the screens, and I'm not seeing them. I think it's more obvious than me trying to have to hunt and peck for them. So I think we just don't have them at the moment, which is fine. We got some of the base multipliers. This one gets +3 per person as a base modifier, I should say, not multiplier. This one gets -1 approval, which, that's harsh. This one gets -8 approval. I said -1. This is -8 approval. This one's also -8 approval, but we get +2 dust and +1 science per person for the anomaly. And this one's -3 approval. So we're going to have some approval issues if we go for the lava planet over here first. But we have ways to get some approval back. Yeah, I'm not seeing the system. Like, I'm not seeing the luxuries. Again, I think they're not as hard to find as I'm making it be. So I think we just know of their existence at this point. I just want to close this one. Just whatever, minimize you. I might close them all at some point. Oh, you know what it is? I think we already have the technology. I think that's what it is. We already have, I'm like, wrong screen. I think we already have the technology research that reveals those. And so I think that's all it is. Okay. Fair enough. I'm making things harder than they need to be. So first technology we go for, I think we actually are going to go for the lava. Where's the lava? Planets. It's probably down here in the exploration somewhere. Colonize snow. Colonize steppes. I'm sure there's probably a search for this. Keyword, lava. 1 tech. Right there? No. I'm sure it's right in front of my face. Why am I not seeing it? Plus 60 luxury deposit. Why am I not? Why is it flashing that? I'm blind. Oh, is that it right there? No. Where is this thing? It's showing it right here. Is there something I'm missing on this? I don't see. This is just a deed. This is just a challenge thing. Oh. Why is it zooming in here when it's... Is it this over here? Yeah, colonized lava. That was weird. That seems like a weird... Like, why would it be jumping to that if it's over here? Oh, well. Okay. So I'm not completely crazy. It was just being weird. I mean, this is obviously a little bit too far in for us to get right now. We would have to grab this one, which gets us ash. It does also get us the system improvement that gets us, you know, +1 approval per luxury deposit, but we don't have any luxury deposits right now. I mean, I would like to get this to pick this thing up. It also gives us a boost to hot and sterile planets, which we do have. Sterile, hot. I mean, it would be a good technology for us to go for. It's not in the technology tree like I was originally thinking we would go. We don't have ash, do we? What was the other one? We have toxic lava, arctic toxic. It just sounds so bad. I mean, I want to move my way up to this. Would it be better to go for the one of these? You know what? Actually, before we do this, what we're going to do, and I think we are going to grab our exploration ship, which is you, and we're going to move you up here. We're going to see if we can, what other planets or what's available in some of these other systems. This is a solar nebula, so it has to be within our influence in order to get these effects. We get plus 50 dust, just flat, and then we get some theater effects for, you know, space battles and stuff. So we're not able to get this right now. It's literally just, you know, we have to get our influence to go that direction. I mean, is unescorted settlers as bad in this game as it is in other games? Probably. I'm going to go down this way anyway. We have Crass here. A single, tiny, icy planet. High science. Might still be worthwhile. Oh, no, sorry, there's another one over here. Huge Barren. I just stopped it before I got there. Actually, both of these are very high in science, which is what is our thing. And there is a curiosity here, which has a chance to have a luxury deposit, which is awesome. But we can't land on these anyway. Tiny ice. Is ice closer? There are 3 ices. One is down here. That's not what I want. I don't want to research it yet. Although I can. 50% faster. This will allow us to colonize ice. Let's give us 25% system improvement for happy people, for happy systems. Not terrible. What's these? I'm not seeing the ice reference here. I'm sure it's here. It's probably just one of the words or something like that. Anyway, it's not important, but the colonized ice is down here. We could go ahead and pick this one up. It's got a 50% boost. We could grab that one. 16 turns, though. That's a lot of turns, to be honest. Probably want to get some things that are going to get our science faster. Really, what I was trying to do is to see if there's a specific planet type we need to go for first, or if we just need to go for some generic and just some science boost and other, you know, economy and things of that nature. Probably better to go for just what's going to be good for science. There's a improvement. +5 on cold and +5 on planets. That's actually not bad. We do need to get our approval up. Let's see, what do you got? I guess I'm selecting an order here. That's not what I wanted. Wrong key. How do I get rid of you? No, just click over there. Okay. This one gets us some support modules. I don't think we need those right this second. This one gives us the offensive hacking program available, I guess. And you get us 2. It's a system improvement. 2 science per person for planets with anomalies, +1 science per person on planets. We get the eco station, planetary specialization, which, you know, again, could be useful for us. One's 50% as well. Oh, those are specific hacking bonuses. Piggybacking, overload, interesting. Accelerator, huh? Now we'll have to get into the hacking at some point. This technology is specific to the Sophons affinity. I think I say Sophos. It's Sophons. Sorry about that. Graviton research. I mean, I'm kind of liking the approval boost because I think that's important. It is also sped up. You know what? Let's go grab that one. It's only going to take 4 turns. We'll grab that one first. I don't want to overthink it too much. We'll pick that one up and go from there. As far as anything here, no. Let's go to our hero. Not that one. Hero. Let's go inspect you. We're going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to assign you as a system guy, I think. Since you're the first one we have. Just to get us a boost to our system. Plus 10 on system, I think, is exactly what we want. Oh, you don't have any skills yet. Never mind. We can still assign you, though. I thought you at least had 1 skill to start with, but that's okay. We can go ahead and assign you. Let's go to the system. There's probably a way to assign him on there. And we'll assign you. That's going to be fine. Gets our system some assignment. What do we want the system to produce? I mean, growth is obviously always important to this. This right here, I mean, it's also going to be important. I mean, all these science things and things like that are always good. Probably go for this first, just because it's a little bit quicker. Just an immediate boost to our science. Of course, if we buy this, build this, it's going to make our other productions faster. All right, we'll start with drone nets. Why not? And I'm going to go ahead and plug this one in as the second option. All right, anything else we need to take care of? I found that discovered that, which is awesome. You guys still have movement points? You do have some movement points available. Let's move. I'm going to move you here. And we found some titanium and some hyperium. Medium Mediterranean. It is colonizable. So we could potentially go for that, although weak on science. There's a lot of dust on this particular planet. Small forest. Decent amount of... Actually, this one's a pretty good all-around planet. Small Terran. Also colonizable. A good, decent all-around planet as well. I think we will send you up that way. I mean, it's a little far away, but honestly, this system we can't colonize anyway. We'll send you up that way. That might be the first system that we colonize. And I think that is that. 28 minutes into the game, we're about to do our first turn. So, apologies for that, but it's a lot of setup and figuring out what our plan is and things like that. So, let's go ahead and end our turn here. Alright. Let's go ahead and advance our ships. Mysteries of the Cosmos. Start expedition. Yeah, I actually think that would be good for us. We're probably going to go after the Terran planet first. Or the small forest. Which one would be better? They're basically the same. This one I think is a little bit bigger, right? Oh, they're both small. Never mind. Maximum population 7, maximum population 30. So they're both basically the same. This one at least gives us the science per person if we do pick up the, get the Hyperium. We can also colonize this, but I think it's a little too early for that. Any other bonuses to one or the other? One's fertile, they're both fertile. Terran versus forest, both temperate. Let's explore this anomaly. Successful. We got Hatopelagic life, so it does give us more science and food. That's awesome. And battle data, which is a battle tactic. Nice. All right, you know what? We're going to colonize this one. Got to colonize something at some point. I love these screens. These are cool. Or these little videos, I should say. Cool. All right, it starts off as an outpost. It's going to take us quite a while to get, boosted up. We could boost it with certain things to make it go faster. We're not quite there yet. Maybe once we get some gold, we may boost that. But for now, we'll let it do its thing. So that's gonna be fine. And again, it's a little far away, but unless this one had something, there's really not any other options right now. And you are our exploration. I may just have you keep doing some expeditions here. I think it's a good idea. Let's do an expedition for the Terran over here. It's probably going to be the next planet we go to. Deciduous trees. It's not bad. It gives us some approval if we can get it. Cool. And I guess we need to rest you because I want to kind of do the rest of the investigations here. So don't you get a restart? Okay, you do. It's come back in one turn. Anything to do this turn? Honestly, we're about to get our new technology here in a moment, so we'll just go ahead and hit next turn for now. These early turns, not a lot to do. All right. So we got the Empire approval. Empire approval, I should say. This is not even system approval. This is full-on Empire. That's going to be nice. Planetary colonization for snow. And then select a suggested technology to research. I do think I'm going to go for the ice because on our main system, well, it's 20 turns. It's probably a little too much. Food could be useful. Oh, we do have access to Hyperium now. On that new planet. You know what? Let's pick you that up then. That's going to be fine. So you have a new one of these. Let's go ahead and just check out... We'll check out the toxic one. Cyberflora. Ah, some even more science capabilities. And some XP on our ships. Yeah, just chill. We're gonna keep finishing off this rest of this system for now. Oh, we had some more laws that we could pass. That's why it keeps pinging me on that. There's no upkeep. It does lower approval, but gives us more science. We are getting a decreased approval for... Oh, no, that's not what we're picking yet. Toys for boys. More approval, less production. Only your starting population can increase. Interesting. I mean, it lowers our approval. That hurts. But, I mean, it's more science. That's our thing. Why not? Let's pass that one. And does the next one cost upkeep? No. So all these are no upkeeps. I mean, I would pick this one up, but wait, that would lower approval way too much. We can grab this one to get our approval back up. That does give us a decrease of production, but let me go back. Gives us a decrease of production, but if I look at my system, if we were happier, we would have an increase of food, which, you know, can lead to more production as well because we would grow. So it's kind of a, you know, which way do we want to go with that? You know what? We might pass that one. Our people are going to be a little bit happier, you know, after we already reduced their happiness a little bit. Our production's going to go down a little bit, but I think if our growth goes up, then that'll ultimately lead to just more production anyway. Alright, I'm happy with that. And we're still waiting for you. Alright, solo quest started. Chapter 1. What a good idea. Running an empire is a large, complex, time-consuming operation. This has been an inconvenient truth since the dawn of Sophonity? One of the few drawbacks to living in a civilization as cosmopolitan, prosperous, and brilliant as ours, etc., etc. I'm not going to read all of this. Choose an objective. So we can militarize, win 3 battles with Sophon fleets. Okay. We can inspire. Take your exploration fleet and orbit around 2 systems in a different constellation, which gives us Sophon free move. Do all these give us the same thing? No. This one gives us use and lose ships. Reduce ship cost. Well, that's kind of nice. This will give us some health and movement points for our, I guess, our exploration ships. And this one, minus 30% on bribe or praise actions. Okay, that's interesting. We haven't met any minor civilizations, and obviously we're not doing any battles right now. I feel like this one's more plays to our thing, you know, explore, you know, more science, things like that. So we need to take our exploration fleets and orbit around 2 systems in a different constellation. Different constellation than what we're at. Okay. We'll pick that one up. It's fine. Like, how do we see the constellations? I guess this is possibly one constellation, and we'll have to see. I'm actually not sure how we know what a constellation is, like, versus another. Maybe we have to explore a little bit more to see that. It does look like we might be in a very kind of an end spot here. This may be the only path into our entire empire. We don't know quite yet because we'll have to come out here, but it's possible. All right, I like to go about 30 minutes on the first episode just to kind of get an intro into the game and kind of get past all that stuff. We're a little bit past that, but I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. I know we've only done a few turns, but I think things will start to speed up now that we're actually into the game. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this series. Hopefully you're excited about seeing this series in action. We'll get into some of the hacking episodes, I'm sure, at some point. But I do appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please throw a like on there, or dislike, I guess, if that's the case. The likes definitely do help, especially on the first episode of a series. And yeah, I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.